October 3rd, 1984. 9-year-old Christine Jessup steps off her school bus, her red hair bouncing in the autumn sun. She waves goodbye to her friends and vanishes into thin air. For 3 agonizing months, her family begged for answers. Then, on New Year's Eve, a gruesome discovery. Christine was found brutally murdered, stabbed, assaulted, left in a field 50 kilometers from home. And the man they blamed? Her own neighbor, a quiet, eccentric man named Guy Paul Morin. But was he really the killer? Or was this one of Canada's most shocking wrongful convictions? The police were desperate. A child killer was on the loose and the pressure was crushing. Then a lead. Christina's mother, Janet, mentioned a name, Guy Paul Morin. Morin was different, a musician, a loner, and in the eyes of detectives, the perfect suspect. But Morin had an alibi. He was at work. His co-workers vouched for him. The evidence? Flimsy. Yet they charged him anyway. The first trial ended in acquittal. The jury didn't buy it, but the Crown wasn't done. They appealed and got a second shot. Morin was sentenced to life, an innocent man, locked away for a crime he didn't commit. But then, science stepped in. New DNA testing proved it. The semen on Christina's clothes didn't match Morin. He was innocent. After 18 months in prison, the truth set him free. But if Morin didn't kill Christine, who did? For 36 years, the case went cold. Then a breakthrough. Investigators turned to genetic genealogy, tracing DNA through public databases. Hoover was a family friend. He knew Christine. He was at her funeral. And in 2015, he took his own secrets to the grave. Why did police ignore Hoover? Did tunnel vision blind them? Or was there something darker at play? The Kaufman inquiry exposed shocking police failures, coerced witnesses, junk science, a system hungry for a conviction at any cost. Sunset over Christina's grave. A single rose rests on the headstone. Christine Jessup's case changed Canadian law. But her killer never faced justice. And Morin never got back what was taken. And sometimes, it hides in plain sight. What do you think? Did Hoover act alone? Were there others involved? Drop your theories below. It was supposed to be an ordinary summer night. July 26, 1989. Hot, sticky. The kind of night where you leave the windows open just to breathe. But in Kansas City, evil was climbing through a window. 16-year-old Fawn Cox was asleep, unaware, defenseless. She had just come home from work, exhausted. She locked her bedroom door, turned off the light, drifted into dreams, never knowing a monster was already inside. By morning, she would be dead, and for the next 30 years, her killer would vanish like a ghost. Dawn broke, the alarm clock rang, and rang. Rang. But Fawn didn't move, didn't answer. When her mother opened that door, the nightmare began. Blood on the sheets, a broken window, and Fawn, lifeless, strangled. The crime scene was a horror show, but the real terror? The killer left no fingerprints, no obvious trail, just one question echoing through that house. The cops needed a villain, and they found 3 teenage boys, troublemakers, easy targets. The press called them monsters. The town demanded blood. There was just one problem. They were innocent. The real killer? He was still out there, watching, waiting, maybe even laughing. Years passed, decades. Fawn's family begged for answers. They put up billboards, offered rewards, pleaded with God. But the case went colder than the grave, until science finally spoke. Donald Cox Jr., Fawn's own cousin, a man who sat at family dinners, who smiled at family photos, who knew exactly where her bedroom was and how to get inside. But erase the cruel twist, he was already dead. Overdosed in 2006. No trial, no confession, just a rotting corpse, and a family left screaming into the void. After 31 years, the case was closed. But tell me, does that feel like justice?